Unlearn what you have learned.
Use the Force, Luke.
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
How rude! Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Wokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster if you sidekick.
So one day you're still alive.
Don't give in to hate. That leads to the dark side.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jedi, Sith, Mandalorian, and everything in between, to another action-packed edition of the new Force Order
For life.
podcast. It's a Star Wars podcast brought to you by three of the smartest, most civilized SOBs in a galaxy far, far away, aka the fans. And it's brought to you, the fans. You see, we are the NFO. I am 1/3 of the new Force Order, a professional wrestler. A professional wrestler, I say. A multi-time champion. The real champion, Bubba, of a galaxy far, far away, aka GGP, aka Greek God Papadon. Alongside with me, I have two very distinguished, very handsome individuals. One of them likes to grab your gonads and tells you to cough while he's stealing your thunder and jacking you for your toys. And he's actually lowballing you worse than Pawn Shop on the History Channel. And on the other side of the coin, if you will, is a very delicious, that's not even a word.
Delicious?
Delicious, vicious, and malicious. I just made it up. Angry because there's too much noise pollution around him. Sith Lord. Boys, let them know. Smarten these marks up.
I am the Dark Lord of the podcast, the Sith Ari, the Rampaging Reverend Kiss, the Butcher, your boy Spiro, aka Darth Spirit on.
And I am smarter than 21B, more technical than FX7, the god of stealing thunder, the guy who wonders if Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog made a baby, would it be a Gamorrean guard? Dr. Destroyo, Alex Arroyo.
Probably would.
Oink, oink. Absolutely. You know what's green and smells like pork?
What's that?
Kermit the Frog's finger.
Doc tried to steal my thunder and stumbled over his own words. He blew his own spot. And yes, he likes peanut butter and has a dog named Spot. Hey-o! Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're losing our minds. It's only 10:30 at night. And the reason why we're losing our mind is because our real lives has kicked our ass today. It's been one of those days. So you are in for a treat today, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on tight because we're going to blow this popsicle stand in less than 10 parsecs. This week, we have a lot of news. Not really. Little tidbits here and there. The big news has been basically the press tour that all the actors and the director have been going on for a little movie called Star Wars. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. But if you haven't, then you're listening to the right podcast, but you won't know what we're talking about. So hit pause, go watch all 8 films, especially the last one, which is Spiro's favorite, The Last Jedi, and then come back and listen to the rest of the podcast, and then you'll be all caught up, and you just like us, would be a professional. But anyhow, they've been on Good Morning America. They're hyping up the film. They're all selling it. They're saying it's going to be great. Epic conclusion, yada, 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 yada. But the one thing's for sure, I am so psyched. Beyond belief, to the point where I'm avoiding TV spots because I don't want anything else to be ruined. Boys, what about yourselves?
It's like the ticker to Christmas, except a couple of days early. When you were a
Yes.
kid, you just sit back, you check the days off the calendar, and you get hyped and excited. And this is like a once in every 2-3 year thing for us when it comes to movies, especially when it comes to the saga. So it's one of those
Yeah.
where I'm excited, I'm pumped, I can't wait. I'm kind of planning the day that day and seeing where we're gonna go, but it's gonna be a good time.
It's almost as exciting as getting the Sears book for Christmas in the mail and
It's
going
those
to the toy section.
big circles.
Yes.
You know what's better than the Sears book? Remember the fucking consumer's book?
Yeah.
The
It's
consumer's book, man. That was the shit.
oh hell
Listen, man,
yeah.
I'm excited too. You know, we're what 2 weeks away or so? No, about right.
17 days away.
Okay,
No, what am I saying? 16 days away. We're seeing it on the
16
19th.
days away. There you go, man. Yeah, counting down the days, counting down the hours, the minutes, the seconds. I'm
Midichlorians.
the midichlorians. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait.
I got 2 free tickets because doctors disappeared, became one with the force. Where'd he go?
He broke out, man.
So
There.
I'm avoiding all leaks. I'm avoiding all spoilers. I'm avoiding all TV spots. So if you people out there, out in the interwebs, are tuning into our show or watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the like button and notification bell. You're not going to get spoilers. You're not going to get leaks on this channel. If my co-hosts want to go and do their own separate videos about it, cool. We've already went down that path with early on leaks. I don't believe any of them. And if they are true, it is what it is. But I am not venturing down this path at all. I'm going in there blind as a bat. I'm going to overload on Viagra and I'll be blind as a bat.
And that's the best thing to do,
Spiro,
man.
you're sitting
Yes.
next to him at the movie theater. I'm not.
Oh man.
I'm getting my own popcorn.
Yeah, gotta get extra butter, you know.
That's it.
Listen,
So,
man,
boys.
as far as the leaks go, let's just take a few minutes. Youth, GGP doesn't think they're real. I hope they're not real. Doc?
It's kind of hard to tell. Some things potentially are. Other things, I think, maybe just kind of a plot, a plant. But I'm trying to stay as far away as possible, like Pop is doing.
He's a weatherman,
Yeah,
folks.
I'm
He's
hedging
stealing
right
your thunder because there's a 50% chance it's gonna rain or it may not rain. The weather brought to you by Doc.
I should have been a radiologist. I could hedge.
I don't know. It's like, it's just weird how JJ would go on and nonchalantly talk about the leaked script. And it's also weird how
what leaked script?
Yeah,
let the fans
also,
know. Maybe they don't know. We didn't talk about this last show.
And John, what's up? No, they don't. We actually talk about that last week.
Did we? I don't recall. We had Chris on last week. We did a lot of talking, but I don't think we talked about a leaked script.
We mentioned it very, very briefly, but we kind of glazed over it.
So
like
then,
like a ham.
So then we had John Boyega go on one of those shows, and he cracked jokes, and he supposedly admitted to him being the one who had lost it, who had misplaced it. Somebody came, I don't know who it was, a cleaning person. The way he went on about it almost made it seem like if it was something that, if it did happen, was done on purpose. Okay. So there's a conspiracy theory. There's more than one. One is that they possibly left that script laying there on purpose so that it could get leaked to throw everybody off, right? That's not too far-fetched. The other one is that John Boyega wasn't too happy with his role in The Last Jedi and sort of did this in a way to get back at them because, I don't know, I guess he's not getting much fucking screen time and shit.
That's an interesting thought process over there. Why would he shoot himself in the foot because of that, though? That doesn't make any sense.
The golden rule.
I know.
The golden
What's
rule is you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
no?
6 years ago, who was John Boyega? Star Wars made him a star. Granted, he
Listen,
wasn't
man.
happy with his role in Episode 8. All right? He's not happy. But what I understand, he's thrilled about Episode 9. So that if he did do it on purpose to just get a receipt, because your boy Ryan over there, Ryan Johnson, works stiff, then guess what? There's something called penalties and fees, and you get fined. And I'm pretty sure Walt Disney has it in their contract that if anything leaks out, they could find their talent. I don't see why not. I mean, that's all speculation.
Gonna have to find out about that. Yeah.
We'll have to talk to our sources, or your sources. But
Yeah.
Doc's sources can't tell us anything. They're too busy stealing all his toys. I don't know, man. I don't believe in conspiracy theories.
Good one.
I personally think I agree with the first point. I think it was a red herring. I think all the stuff that they let out in the movies, in the commercial, not all of it. I would say the majority of it, like the dagger, the leaks, all that, because the dagger was also part of the leaks. All that nonsense, I think, are all red herrings to throw the people off the main story. And I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, as long as the movie's good, who cares?
Right.
But
Yeah.
like you said, how stupid can you be knowing that the fandom right now is very divided, that you're going to come out and say, yeah, there was a leak script and it was on eBay. And I don't want to say the person's name. And that person comes out and says, yeah, it was me. I left it under the bed by accident. No, you're not going to do that, especially with the way the fandom is now. Especially because everyone's looking for any little tidbit information to jump on and twist it to fit their narrative. Like our boy over there at Geeks and Gamers. That guy, what's his name? Jada Jeremy. Because now you point me onto this video, he comes out and he says, Disney and Lucasfilm prove to the world that they're idiots because they don't know what they're doing. They don't have Baby Yoda available for the Christmas holiday. They don't know what they're doing. They're asleep at the wheel. Yada, 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 yada. Listen, man. Let's look at this in an actual scenario. In my point of view, from a business standpoint, Disney is a huge corporation, right? They put out toys. They're not selling toys, not because the movies are bad, not because the characters are flawed. It's because what Doc said. Kids nowadays don't want to play with toys. All they want to do is play on their phones or play with their video game consoles. They don't want to go out and play baseball or basketball or football. You got to force them to get out of the house to get away from the TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So with that being said, they figured, you know what? Well, let's not put all our eggs in that basket. We did it with 8, and it didn't really sell too well. So whatever new venture they're going down, they didn't know Baby Yoda was going to take off the way it did, like gangbusters. They didn't. So now Baby Yoda's coming out. What you said, June, May, whenever it's coming out.
Yep. So I saw the ads today for Walmart was the first one who actually dropped it for the plush Baby Yoda. They're gonna have a plush Baby Yoda, which is gonna be I think 11 inches or something. One of the
I know something that's 11 inches in plush.
Yes.
He's talking right now.
No, I'm actually quiet here. I don't get it.
What's the matter, Doc? You having a seizure? What's going on over there?
It's going to be, so it was the 11-inch plush Baby Yoda. And nothing in anybody's pants. A Funko Pop regular size, and then one of the giant size Funko Pops. So the first things that they've actually released right now that they're talking about, solicitation for June. But June is a million miles away right now. I mean, it might as well be 30 years from now because we're only getting 8 episodes of The Mandalorian. That's going to be ending by the end of December, early January, if anything. And then we got to wait 6 months before we get any merch for Baby Yoda.
No sense.
Just in time for season 2.
Yeah, maybe. But at that point,
if he's in season 2, which he probably will be, but I don't know.
Well, listen.
At this point, the internet's a meme, and as we all know, memes last about a good solid month before people move on to the next big thing. Right now it's that fucking lady yelling at the cat right now, and the cat fucking looking all smug. And then now we're moving on from that to I'm gonna tell my kids that this is put in XYZ or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's the meme of the month, the flavor of the month. Baby Yoda's in the mix of that right now.
No,
In June, I don't know where he's gonna be.
no. Baby Yoda is strong.
Baby Yoda.
He's going over strong
He's for
all day
life.
long. For life. Listen,
You know what? I don't know. Yeah, what's up, man?
let's say,
You were
let's
about to
say, this is what I was going to say. Let's say they thought this Baby Yoda was going to go off like gangbusters, and they put their investment into this character, and they produce all this merchandise, okay? And let's say it didn't take off. Then they're stuck. Then people like these people from the Fandom Menace, like Jeremy and whoever else, will come out and say, see, look, they don't know what they're doing. They put all their eggs behind this character, and they can't they can't book it right. They can't write this guy right. That's why no one can connect with this guy. That's just one thing. Another way you could look at it is, let's say they put all their eggs in their basket, and they put all these toys to come out right before the Christmas season. They planned it like this, and Baby Yoda gets over like he is right now, and everybody wants a Baby Yoda, right? Like the Tickle Me Elmo craze, and everyone's buying it up off the shelves, right? You know what's going to be said?
Oh, now you're capitalizing on us.
Oh, come on,
no.
God,
This is exactly what would be said. Oh, they can't be original. They got to go back to the well, and they got to use the legacy characters, and they got to put all their eggs.
Which is what they fucking wanted.
Exactly.
They will still
but that's
bitch,
what I'm
right?
trying to say. You
I got
can't do no right by this individual or any of those individuals who are making money off the negativity of the divisiveness of the fandom. Because no matter what, they'll find a way to spin it to make their Lucasfilm and Disney look bad. And whether or not it's true or not, doesn't matter. As long as their pockets are getting fatter at the expense of the fandom, I said it before.
We don't care.
Exactly. I say it before. I say it again. All these individuals, they're like the Al Sharpton of Star Wars, dude. Instead of making money off of the race division, they're making money off the division of the Star Wars fandom because of a certain movie that everyone's going to love in 20 years. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Well,
You know, man.
Sorry, Spiro,
originally, I thought to myself, dude, why isn't there any merch? Like within that week after that reveal, I'm like, yo, where is the merch? Why isn't there any merch? And originally I chalked it up to like, yo, in this day and age, you can't hide shit. Every plot, every story, every script gets leaked. Every toy spoils every film, every show, etc. So I said, you know what?
Baby Yoda didn't get leaked.
Exactly. So I was thinking maybe these people held off on merch to really hide the character, to really, you know what I'm saying, to protect the fucking show.
Yep.
Come on, man. But, because, there's always some asshole at some factory, takes a picture, throws it up.
No, it's bound to happen all the time. I mean, that's
exactly. So that was my first thought, me trying to be rational and shit. But at this point now, you would think that they'd be mass producing these motherfuckers out of fucking Taiwan. There would be 7-year-old Chinese kids somewhere fucking making these damn things, bro, spitting them out, but nothing, bro, So now we gotta wait till fucking June. That makes no sense. I don't think Baby Yoda is gonna last that long. I don't think that he's gonna stay over till June, man.
All right.
It would be great, but
Doc, what were you gonna say before I jump in?
I said, listen, I agree. I mean, the heat is now, so now's the time to strike while the iron's hot. They're definitely left a lot of money on the table, which is unfortunate because how many kids, how many people, how many adults, how many parents would have wanted Baby Yoda ASAP or right this second, just because he's hot as balls right now.
All right. Go on.
No, I'm good.
No,
I'm good. I'm fine.
I got excited. You said hot as balls. I got.
Yes, sorry. I apologize.
Beautiful. I like you. Anyway, so here. So listen, this is what I'm thinking, and maybe just me being the pro Star Wars guy, but look, the scenario is No, you guys are. Well, you're more realist than I am. I'm more of the optimist when it comes to Star Wars. Um, Here it is. Everybody loves Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's over
Right.
like Rover, right?
Yep.
Big time.
Everybody wants him. What happens when everybody gets him? In the matter of, let's say, 3 weeks from the debut show, in a month or two from now, they're over him. Here's the deal. They don't get him till June. So for 6 months, they're clamoring for Baby Yoda. 6 months, they don't get what they want. So when they finally do get them, what happens? The start of season 2. And when it starts and they get their little fixation and Baby Yoda continues, and now he's still hot for season 2. There's no down period. They hit a high spot and they have the crowd here for 6 months. They deliver and then they build off that pop and they build it to the stratosphere for season 2, because I'm personally thinking they're going to end the season. The next 4 episodes are going to be fire. Reason being, one, we have to find out who saves them from that killer robot during the Clone Wars. Is it Obi-Wan? Is it Yoda? Is it Ahsoka Tano? Is it Anakin Skywalker? Is it Mandalorians? It could be anybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Then they got to end the season with a cliffhanger. Is Boba Fett showing up? Is Baby Yoda? Is Ahsoka Tano? Someone said it today. Is Ahsoka Tano going to come and take Baby Yoda and start protecting him? That's why she's not in the trilogy. Because after they found Ezra or whatever, she took him under his wing and started teaching him the ways of the Force. Could very well be. There's a connection. Anybody who wants to use Ahsoka Tano needs to get permission from Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, 2 episodes he's directing. He's producing this bad boy. I mean, come on. I mean, maybe he's just a conspiracy theorist to me, but there's going to be a connection. Something's going to happen where people's jaws are going to drop even further, and it's going to end off on a high note, and then it's only going to be revisited 6 months down the line, because for 6 months everyone's going to be, I want Mandalorian this, I want Mandalorian that, I want Baby Yoda this, Baby Yoda that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know. There's a part of me that agrees with you. There's a part of me
long-term
that,
booking. They're not hot-shotting it.
I know, and I agree, and that's the way to build a story. But the problem is I think in 2020, which we are in right now, almost, people don't have the fucking attention span for that shit. They want everything right now. They want everything right here, and they want it now. Especially these fucking fickle Star Wars fans who can't wait for shit and who can complain about everything.
Listen, if that's the case, then The Mandalorian would have been a flop. It wouldn't have been the #1 watch streaming show of all time.
Why is that?
Because if everybody wants their just desserts right now, they want to binge watch it, they wouldn't wait week to week to watch it. Same thing with Game of Thrones.
We ain't got no fucking choice.
Well, that's it. So you got no choice to get the Baby Yoda till June.
Yeah,
I'm getting Baby Yoda anyway. It don't matter. So
you know what, man? I think that it was a business strategy plan to not give us the whole season in one shot, because how many people would have watched the whole series in one day, canceled fucking the damn subscription? So I don't know. That's me thinking that.
I agree with you.
But
Doc's saying that people can't wait. They have no patience anymore, which is true.
They don't, bro.
But guess what? When you're forced to have patience, patience you will have, won't you? And that's exactly what's going to happen. Otherwise, guess what? You want to rush, it's going to lead you to fucking the dark side. And
I'll tell you this. For them, well, there's nothing wrong with coming over to the dark side, but they're gonna have to do something special. They're gonna have to do something with Baby Yoda special to make people still care for him in June, man.
Well, listen, I'm telling you, it's the want, it's the demand. The demand's still gonna be there because they don't have it. They'll maybe do a countdown. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do? They're not stupid, bro. They paid $1 billion for this freaking thing, and they paid $4 billion for this thing, and they've made their money back already. Okay, so they know what they're doing. They're gonna continue printing money with this brand for the rest of their freaking lives. You know, So to all those people out there who've never directed an episode of television, Spiro can talk because Spiro has directed independent films. Doc knows a thing or two about toys. Okay, so they can voice their opinion. And whether you agree with them or not, hey, guess what? You don't have to. And we don't have to agree with your opinion. But when you come out here on your channel or on your podcast, and all you do is run things down, and you haven't done anything in your lifetime, in any genre, in any field, you've never directed a movie, you never directed an episode, you never worked for a company, you're sitting in your mom's basement doing a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And yelling at your mom, the meatloaf,
The meatloaf.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf? Chaz, I think I'm okay. I had a bite right before I came over. Thank you. You sure? You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? I need to. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Come on, guy. Seriously. You can't. You can't because you don't know anything. You don't know the inner workings of the industry. That's like you telling me about wrestling. You don't know the inner workings of the business. You don't know all the red tape and all the politics that go behind the stage and the backstabbing and all the ass kissing that's going on. You don't know that. I've witnessed it. I've been a part of it. You know what I'm saying? No, I haven't done it. Maybe. Not really. Anyhow, how about those Mets, huh? Anyhow.
I'm going to tell you one thing, though. So this morning I woke up, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. And I was thumbing through
technically,
Instagram.
you woke up both days.
Yes. I was thumbing through Instagram, and I saw the ad in Instagram. She's a wonderful lady. She's a wonderful lady. And I saw the ad for Baby Yoda, and it was the Walmart ad, and I buzzed through it. I'm like, oh, 11-inch plush. This is pretty cool. I'm going to pick it up. And I glanced at the bottom quickly, and I thought it said January 1st. I'm like, oh, that's right around the corner. Let me order it right now. And then I got distracted with something, and I came back to it, and then I realized it was June. And I'm like, 6 months? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to wait 6 months. I'm not going to order it right now. I'll order it later. So I held off, which I'm sure a lot of people did because it's such a far, pre-order in advance. And I let it sit. So, and I still haven't even picked it up yet, which is very uncharacteristic of me.
How many people order Sideshow collectibles, Gentle Giant statues, pre-order a year in advance?
100%. You're correct.
So, I mean, it's up to the individual. Now, granted, they'll only put out a small run of the statue.
Yep.
So scarcity's there. Who knows what's going to happen with these toys? Who knows? I have no idea. All I know,
it could sell out tomorrow, and they're not selling it anymore till who knows when, and I'll feel like an idiot. But it's possible.
Listen, man, I'll tell you one thing. That Clone War heavy gunner armory dude, I may buy the Black Series just to get that guy. I know Doc already has it.
Yep. It'll be on TaTOYine tonight.
Oh, spoiler. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, all we can do is just sit back and enjoy it. Because guess what? Spiro, Doc, when we were kids, we didn't care about directors and reshoots. We didn't care about what they ate for lunch or what was said or what script was left over. We just wanted a good product. And when it did come out, whether it was a television show, whether it was a movie, hell, whether we went to the movie to go see the trailer for the movie coming out, like they did in Batman.
Benjamin Buttons. I remember I was going to see the episode 1 trailer.
So, you know what? At the end of the day, we just enjoyed it for what it was. And that, I mean, in this case, it happens to be Star Wars. People just need to get a life and stop worrying about all the little minuscule details that doesn't pertain to the bigger picture. Okay, Baby Yoda doesn't come out for 6 months. What do you care? Does Baby Yoda pay your rent? Does Mickey Mantle pay your rent? Like they say in the Bronx Tale? No. Even though working man's a sucker, which is the truth, just enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is. Am I wrong, Spiro? You're looking at me sideways like I got 3 heads.
No, man. I'm with you there, man. At the end of the day, man, me personally, I'm not looking to add Baby Yoda to my collection, so I care less. I mean, we can analyze things, speculate on things, and give our opinions. But at the end of the day, that's all it is, opinions. And on this show, everybody's in luck. They get three opinions. Sometimes we all agree, sometimes we don't. But at the end of the day, we don't waste our time and we don't stress over the fucking ridiculous, minute, most trivial of details like people like fucking Jaded Jeremy and shit. Shitbags like him.
It's also
It's
because,
like,
we're not clickbaiting anybody for nonsense too. So
exactly, man.
Yeah,
And we're also grown men who actually live very interesting lives.
Exactly.
This is correct.
Listen, man, we don't have to sell our souls to make $1 because the dollar doesn't make us holler. I know that's a poem. It rhymes. It rhymes like poetry. Little
like Star Wars.
Like poem totems or whatever. The saga. What else happened this week, guys? What other news came out? You guys had a couple
before we move on, along those lines, I wanted to say prior that when you said that
Richard Pryor?
Yep, he's a hilarious fucking comedian. Hilarious. Anyway,
I was watching Home Alone with my kids, not to cut you off, Doc, and you know what I popped for? John Candy.
John Candy.
Because he's in the movie, and I totally forgot he was in the movie, and I saw him, and I lit up like a little kid because I love John Candy. He was hilarious. He was with the polka band, polka, polka, polka. Ever hear of me? Uncle Buck. Anyway, go on.
So you're talking before about the fact that no matter what, the whole Baby Yoda thing, no matter what would have happened, if they would have put a media blitz on him and he would have been a zillion pieces in Walmart and Target and fucking Genovese and wherever else you want to call it, they would have complained about that. Now that they have no merch, they're complaining about that. It was interesting that I saw this article. I actually didn't pass it on to you guys. I was reading it this morning, but there were people who were complaining about Cara Dune and about her role in The Mandalorian.
What do they say? Oh, gotta hear this.
It's just the usual, it's the two sides of the coin. We had that chick the other week who was talking about that there's no strong female presence in The Mandalorian, and this is ridiculous, and this is putting down women, and this is 2019, blah, blah, blah. And now the other side of that, toxic femininity is that other portion of the guys who got to be real assholes about anything and flip the other side of the coin just to kind of make them, here's my point. Oh, so you got the only woman in the encampment who was Pocahontas, who we called her last because she didn't have a name last week, is the greatest shot in the whole fucking place. And what's the reason for that? Only because of the fact that she's a woman. And Cara Dune is this huge badass, and she beats the piss out of the Mandalorian. And it's because they're trying to push the feminine agenda. Honestly, I didn't feel like that when I watched that episode.
Me neither.
I didn't feel like this chick Anita did about the fact that there was no women, because there was. And I didn't feel like that when it came to the Cara Dune stuff. And it came to
What did you say? The chick needed what?
I didn't say she needed anything. What did she need?
She needed
Anita. Oh, yeah. Anita.
You said Anita did?
Anita man to hug and kiss?
Listen.
Oh, you said Anita did something. The way you said it very quick, it says she needed
had a
something.
blow me sandwich, yeah.
Exactly. I passed that shirt around this week. It's coming to a pro wrestling tees near you, the blow me sandwich shirt. I don't know if it's just in response to what she said that now people are shitting on Cara Dune and shitting on Pocahontas. And the fact that the big one was the fact that she turns to him, she goes, "Oh, pass me your gun." And they were like, "Oh, the Mandalorian was afraid of the ATST, so he passed his gun to Cara Dune, who now saved the day because she used herself as bait." And then all he did was kind of run like gingerly over there to drop a grenade inside the front of the thing. When I watched the episode, I didn't feel any of that. I thought the inclusion of Cara Dune was great. Didn't matter to me that she was a woman or not. The inclusion of Pocahontas, I didn't care that she was the best shot. I think maybe she has a backstory that they're not telling. It didn't happen by fucking magic that she was the best shot over there. And it didn't seem like anybody was forcing anything to me. But these, SJWs on both sides of the coin who are, protecting the feminism of the world and the masculinity of the world, they just have to fucking fight about something. And you know what? Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just live under the banner of Star Wars and enjoy the product for what it is and not pick it apart. When I first saw Rey and saw the new trilogy, I didn't think to myself, oh, they're using a chick because now this is 2017, 2016, and this is what they have to do.
Dog, you're just mad they gave the Millennium Falcon to a chick, dog.
Not at all. Yeah,
No,
of course.
I'm kidding.
But it's like, that never crossed my mind. And that was before I even had a daughter. So I don't know where all this bullshit comes from. Why we have to be so divisive? Why?
You said it best. Everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame.
Everybody's got to get their shit in for no fucking reason.
Listen, man. If that's the case, then that argument can be held for Princess Leia when they were getting shot in the hallway and she shot the trash compactors and she goes, "Get in the chute, flyboy." And she was shooting and saving the day. They could say that Luke and Han were not men. They weren't masculine. And they had to depend on a woman. Come on, dude. It's a movie. Get over yourselves. Get laid. Go get a beer. Go get laid. Go. Maybe you need to hug your mother some more. Maybe you need a pat on your back and say, "It's gonna be okay, guy. Don't worry about it." But that's ridiculous on both ends. Both on the top. It's ridiculous. And I agree with you, Doc. People just need to just get their shit in.
Same here, man. I agree with you 100%, man. You know, and if anything, I gotta tell you, I am disappointed because if the SJWs who are protecting the masculinity had half a fucking brain, they would have used this episode to shove it down that Anita cunt's mouth and been like, hey, bitch, look over here, huh? Cara Dune.
Over where?
The Pocahontas, you know.
Over where? Look
over here.
Over here.
Over here.
Listen, man, you know, I didn't get that feeling either. I actually got bombarded with texts from people. Hey, so I guess they couldn't avoid shoving down the whole feminist agenda down our throats on the Mandalorian, and I was like, what? No, when did this happen? So I started going through the internet. I'm like, I never know. And what I saw was, the same way these fucking bitches fucking complain that there's not enough bitches, these fucking motherfuckers who, I'm sorry, but you people who are supposed to be the protectors of masculinity, all of you
are a bunch of bitches.
You people complain like bitches, exactly. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing forced. Nothing forced.
Because they're wearing their skinny jeans and they have their man purses and they're drinking their pumpkin spice lattes and they're all like and literally and basically, and they can't even put a sentence together without using those 3 words, and they sound like a bunch of mouth breathers. But anyway, you know what? Man. That, my friend, was a very nice rant, but I think you need to get in a little deeper. I think we need to start putting people down on the butcher's block and getting them chopped up by the butcher verbally, because they need to get put on the butcher's block. And we have I had an idea for a song for the butcher's block. Remember the Candy Shop by 50 Cent? We could just
Candy Shop, yeah.
Right?
You're on the butcher's block.
I don't know, man. I think that the doctor of the crew properly dissected this shit, and yeah, man. I'm with you 100%, man. And you fucking idiots lost the opportunity to shove this shit in that bitch's face, in the faces of all the other fucking ultra feminists, because there's nothing wrong with feminists. Feminists are great. Keep your fucking fight going, but these ultra feminists who are just as bad as the far left, the far right, they all deserve each other. We need to put them all in one big fucking crater and drop, I don't care if you want to drop fucking dirt on them, fucking atomic bombs on them, napalm, fuck them all, man, you know?
Touch of it, all of them.
Fuck it.
Listen, you shared a gimmick with us in the chat. That Finn's origin was going to be revealed. Did you read into that?
Listen,
what do you guys think is going to happen during episode 9? Do you think he's going to be really related to Lando and
I think
Jana?
we're going to find out he's Lando's dirty secret between him and Princess Leia.
Oh, speaking of Lando.
Oh, shit.
Well, what do we have over
Yeah.
here?
You took my shit, big
Uh,
boy. Now I'm taking your bitch.
Nice.
That
That's
would be the ultimate slap in the face to Harrison
Well,
Ford,
he,
and I would pop huge if that was the case.
he ain't Greedos,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
Billy
what
D. Williams comes out and says he's gender fluid
as Lando or
This-
as Billy D. Williams.
as Billy D. Williams.
Oh well, that's a shocking turn of
And
events.
he says that all his life he felt masculine, but also felt a little feminine because he was all sensitive and he had, he wasn't afraid to touch his feminine side. So he considers himself gender fluid, which is fine. Do whatever you want. But people are up in arms over this, just like we were talking about the Mandalorian. They're having a field day with this. Now people are saying,
Jesus
"Oh,
Christ,
he's only saying this because of what happened in the movie with Solo and all that nonsense that Kasdan's son said that he was pansexual and all this, and other people are saying he's playing to the liberals just to get the movie over, and other people are saying
So what if he is?
the guy's 82 years old. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
If he has any fluids coming out of him, he's lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And if anybody's taking them, he's lucky. Listen, if I'm 82, I'm doubling my chances too. Fucking why not? I also
Oh man.
I also heard that Caitlyn Jenner's coming out to say that she's a big Star Wars fan and she's also very gender fluid.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner. Who's that? You mean Bruce? Bruce Almighty?
You want to know what, man? Yo, if he's doing what he's doing to pander to somebody, fuck it, dude. It's more eyes on Star Wars. It's more money in Disney's pocket. Sure, yeah, fuck Disney, but it's for Star Wars, man.
And if he sold out to tell everybody that he's half gay for Star Wars, man, Billy D's my new favorite fucking person on the planet right now, boy.
Listen, you can't hate anybody.
That's getting Star Wars over.
Speaking about over, had to jump on that segue. Sorry there, Doc.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Take it when it comes
real
out.
quick. Real quick.
Ella, come on.
Before we move on to that, I just wanted to say, as far as we finding out in this film who Finn's parents are or his origin, I'm interested. I really am. I think he's a good character. I think there are things about him that can work. However, I feel they shouldn't waste that on this film. Explain it in fucking comics or in a novel. Why waste time? Ryan Johnson couldn't give three shits about the fucking Knights of Ren. Snoke's a fucking nobody. And,
Well, that's another thing that came out. Snoke's origin allegedly leaked out in this film. I read it. I don't know if it was clickbait or that it's supposed to touch base on.
He was Palpatine's hairdresser before fucking.
You ever cut a sister's hair before?
Yes, sister, brother, grandma, grandpa, the whole family. I'm good at this.
Well, have you ever worked with dreads before?
That explains the fucking robes. That explains the fucking cute robes and the slippers and shit.
Imagine. Oh man,
Unlimited hair gel.
I just had a visual, and you guys are gonna laugh. Unfortunately, he's not here with us, Robin Williams. But imagine Robin Williams and the other guy from the Birdcage were in Star Wars as Palpatine's hairdressers. How great would that be?
I would pop huge for that.
Oh man, I miss Robin Williams, dude. He's awesome. Anyhow, rest in peace. But
can you imagine seeing Sidious, man, after getting burnt to a fucking crisp by Mace, with his face all fucked up and a jerry curl and shit,
Yeah, right.
That would be great.
Let your soul glow.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Soul glow.
Follow the drip. Anyway, speaking about who's over, We have a segment on the show called Who's More Over. So you're probably saying to yourself, I don't get it. What does over mean? Like, I don't get it. Well, listen here, there, and I'm nuts. This is what over means. It's a wrestling term, means popular. When you get over with the fans, that means you get popular with the fans. And as a good guy, you're a baby face. Oh, why do they have to have a face of a baby? Shut up. It means that you are the good guy, and people will pay X amount of dollars to come see you beat up the villain, which in wrestling is called a heel. So when you're over as a heel and the people loathe you and hate you, and you give in to that hate, they'll pay X amount of dollars to come see you get your ass kicked by the good guy. So we have a segment called Who's More Over. We compare two aspects from Star Wars lore. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, doesn't matter. But this week, we have two contestants. And we want to see who's more over with you. But more importantly, we're going to tell you who's more over with us. So smarten these marks up and let them know who's in the ring for who's more over.
This week, we decided, not that it's Father's Day, but we decided to do the battle of the Who's Your Daddies. It's the guys who took in the Jedi Skywalker twins in one corner from the former planet Alderaan. It's my man Jimmy Smith, a fellow Puerto Rican.
Alderaan.
Alderaan, potato, tomato,
Altima or
Jawa, Jua, it doesn't matter.
Jawa Jua.
From the planet Alderaan.
You said it again.
I'm from Brooklyn. It's Alderaan, all right? My cousin Alderaan. He runs around the corner. He owns the fucking body shop over there.
My cousin Alderaan. He knows a guy. You know, he knows a guy over there. Over where?
From the former planet Alderaan is the Senator Jimmy Smith's Bail Organa.
Bail. Wow.
Bail is what the Greeks make when they fucking fuck up the bank, okay? This is Bail Organa, all right?
Bail Organa, dude. Do you not watch Star Wars? Oh, yeah. I got a bad guy. His name is Darth Vader. It's Vader. Fucking pronounce it right.
It is the German pronunciation of it, actually. And then in the other corner, from the desert planet of Tatooine, the always cranky curmudgeon of a fucking stepdad.
$1 million word. I love it.
We've got the very crispy and the very overdone Owen Lars.
So there you have it. We are comparing Uncle Owen to Bail Organa. Now, do we want to go to the comments and the polls first and save our comments last?
Let's do it. We haven't done that in a while. All right, so some comments here. Let's see. Chuchi Figueroa.
Chuchi, get the yayo, Chuchi.
Get the yayo. Bail Organa.
Shout
and that's the bottom
Chuchi.
line because Todd said so. I don't know who Todd is. Who's Todd? Anyone know Todd?
Chuchi.
Don't know Todd.
Maybe he's talking
That's
about
his
Todd.
real name.
Oh, Todd is Chuchi's name?
Yeah, Todd.
His name is Todd Figueroa?
It's a good thing that he stuck with Chuchi.
Yeah.
Sean Enright.
Hold on. Was Todd? The only Todd I know is Todd Bridges, and that was from Different Strokes. So Chuchi's stroking people? Is that what you're telling me?
Hey man, whatever Chuchi's doing it. I don't know what it is.
Is he from? Does he know Benny Blanco from the Bronx?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, man, he does.
Oh, by the way, speaking about
friends.
the Bronx, the best meme of Baby Yoda was what if Baby Yoda was in the Bronx and he's with the Timbs and the puffy jacket and the Yankee hat?
The Yankee hat.
I popped huge. Anyway, go on.
Oh, Baby Yoda, I love you. Sorry, John Enright. Bail Overstrong. Not only did he adopt Leia and help her become a strong leader, he helped form the rebellion. Lars sat on Tatooine doing nothing and tried to hold Luke down. Oh shit! Tried to hold Luke down. Chuchi again. Chuchi had to say it twice. Bail, bro, hands down. Because Lars never helped the rebellion, didn't even believe in it, tried to raise Luke the same way. I understand he wanted to protect Luke, but Bail protected Leia even better, taught her about politics and the rebellion. Plus, Bail rescued Yoda. I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true. All right. Bail is over. No respect to Mrs. Lars, to Mr. Lars. Again, Chuchi was blowing it out this week. our boy B-Ass Master 1000, Dusty Mulholland, who apparently was on the Rat Salad review this week, guys, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of a good reason Owen would be over. I got nothing. Torch this fool. Yes, they did, unfortunately. Alejandro Acevedo, whose profile picture is the Mandalorian. Bail Organa, the first Boricua that I know of in the Star Wars galaxy.
Yeah.
That's the comment of the week right there, baby.
If you're Puerto Rican and you know it, clap your hands.
You can't because they're handcuffed. All right. So. Anyway.
He's doing the chicken thing again.
That was awesome, man.
Anyway, polls. Going to the polls. And no surprise, baby. Puerto Rico. 89 to 11%.
Wow.
Bal.
Bail.
Uncle Bal Organa.
What do have to do when they get locked up? They got to go.
Listen, he's Puerto Rican. It's definitely Bail Organa because that's how many times he fucking made it.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Man.
So
I'll go first.
No. We got emails.
Oh, we got emails. My bad. So go ahead.
Our first email is from Chris Pihakis. I guess
sounds like he's Greek.
Bravo, Christomo. I'm just now watching Rebels and happened to land on the episodes that took place on Mandalore at the same time episode 3 of The Mandalorian came out. Watching these side by sides was incredible. I have to say, I'm starting to really love The Mandalorians. I feel like they are the samurai of Star Wars, and I love it. Honestly, they are becoming more interesting to me than the Jedi. Do you guys think that if the popularity of The Mandalorian increases, that we'd ever see another series or movie, maybe taking place on Mandalore in its prime, rather than The Mandalorians are broken and scattered? Thanks for all the hours of entertainment you provide. And Merry Christmas to you and your families. And Kala Christouyina to my Greek brothers. Well there, Christo, or Chris.
What about Doc, man?
All good, man. Listen, I'm an official Greek brother. It's all good.
Well, you know. He did say Merry Christmas. So, you know. Feliz, what is it how you say? Feliz Navidad. Doc, how about that? But he has a valid point. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they might be going down the Mandalorian road?
Listen, if The Mandalorian is as big of a hit as it is now at the end of this run, and people have interest in it, and merch is selling, and there's talk and there's chatter, Disney's gonna break the bank open and do everything. So, if it's season 2, season 3, if it's spinning off into something different, Disney's got the ball, they got the money. I mean, their goal is just to make more of it. So, and we know the Mandos are hot.
Do you think it's going to be more of a series, or do you think they're going to come out to maybe a trilogy, explain the Mandalorian Purge or the Mandalorian Jedi? What's his name? Vizsla. Tar Vizsla.
Yeah, Tar Vizsla. Listen, man, I'm all for it, man. I mean, I've for years I've wondered, like, yo, why aren't they doing anything with Mandalorians? Why aren't they doing more with them? You know, thankfully, the Clone Wars Rebels touched on it. Right now, the Mandalorian is, you know, of course, doing that. I would love to see them back in the films, you know, whether it's all about them or whether they're in the background, but, you know, doing something, you know.
Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, to me, I've always loved the Mandalorians. I've loved the lore. They remind me of the Spartans.
Yeah.
You know, the warrior race. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta bring it back to the Greeks.
Of course, brother. We invented everything.
Jesus
Don't hate.
Christ.
Don't hate. Hell, we even invented bodegas. No, you can have that one. Anyway, we called it a restaurant. Anyway, the next one is from our boy, Tim Gilby, who looked very nice and spiffy in his NFO t-shirt.
Yes.
All the way to Canada.
That's
Rocked
right.
it like no other.
That's right. He kept warm, and all the other uncle fuckers in Canada were jealous, from what I hear. So listen, you guys out there want an NFO t-shirt. All you have to do is send us an email to newforceorder@yahoo.com with your name, your address, and your size. And if we have it in stock, we only have a limited supply left, we'll send you out a t-shirt. And I'll tell you how much it'll cost. I'll tell you, it's $32. That's including shipping from the United States Postal Service. You can yell at them. So it's not expensive because you don't have to pay shipping. It's all inclusive. And then that's that. You can PayPal us the money. I'll give you the PayPal address, and we'll be good to go. So if you guys want to look good for the holiday season and show up at your Christmas party with the NFO shirt and be the talk of the town, because people are gonna be like, what's the new Fourth Order? What is that? And then you could say it's the baddest Star Wars podcast on the planet, and I'm
Because
down with
it
the
is.
NFO for life. They're all gonna want one, and you could be the trendsetter. And then you can wear your mistletoe belt buckle, and everyone will love you at the party. Anyway.
Kiss me right here.
Right where? Down there. Down where? All right. Tim Gilby. Hello, NFL guys. This week I'm picking Uncle Owen.
Wow. All right.
Hit me going rogue.
It takes brass balls to adopt Vader's son and to help him hide. Yala, Tuttle 17. Good point there, Timmy boy. You have a valid point. Hans. Stepfather Battle is the name of the email. Bail Organa. Royalty. The other guy is just a moisture farmer. Bail Organa had some good episodes on Clone Wars. Going to meet King Kantuko on Toydaria with Jar Jar was cool. Fucking over the Neimoidians to get supplies through. Super cunning. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. Hans. Hans, my man, you are a super nerd Mark fanboy, and I love you for it because I don't even remember the names of all these people unless you go back to the episodes and try to play it off like you know everything. But either way, thank you for the email. So we have a Bail, we have Mandalorians, and we have one Uncle Owen. What do you guys think?
Well, listen. In a certain respect, Uncle Owen was definitely trying to protect Luke from getting hurt, getting injured. He grew up with him as his baby. Obviously, he probably loved him. You know, he treated him like shit. So we all know our dads treat you like shit when they love you. So,
is that what you tell Carrot Top every week?
Every week. He knows it. You saw what happened last week. We did the Mando episode. I was giving him shit the whole episode. So he definitely wanted to protect him from danger, from knowing the fact that Vader is his dad. So there is a certain love to that, a certain, protection to that. Bail threw his daughter into the limelight. I mean, he made her one of the heads of the rebellion. She was a princess to begin with. Threw her on the fucking on the cruiser when they passed the plans off to her. So he inadvertently or maybe vertently put her in fucking harm's way.
That's
so,
a 4, right?
Yep. So does that make him a better guardian, to entrusted from Obi-Wan to these kids? I don't know. He really didn't hide her. Did he hide her in plain sight? Yeah, I guess it's brilliant, but I don't know. But then again, no one knew that each of them were Vader's kids, though. No one renamed fucking Luke, which makes no fucking sense. Why wasn't he Luke Lars? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what's your last name? Skywalker? Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be the Smith of the Star Wars universe because no one could track that fucking down to Tatooine, for Christ's sake.
Actually, Antilles is the Smith of the Star Wars universe. There have been 3 characters, I think, or 2 characters with the last name Antilles.
Yeah,
Wedge being one of them.
One of the captains on Tantive 4 and some other jabroni. So, I don't know. I think it was a stupid move by Bail to not, try to hide Princess Leia more. I think it was a dumb move by the Lars family to not change Luke's last name. And there was a whole big thing in the comic books where young Owen Lars had a kind of big dust up with Obi-Wan Kenobi because Obi-Wan wanted to take Luke and do some training with him to kind of prepare him for stuff, and he completely shut him down, which honestly, I respect the fact that he did that. So I think just as a father protecting their adoptive kid, for me, Uncle Owen's more over. He's over like a crispy chicken sandwich.
Those crispy chicken sandwiches suck. Anyway, you want me to go? Or you want to go, Spiro? I don't care.
I'll take it. It's all right. So we got on one side Bail, the guy who said, you know what? He reminds me of the guy who accepts the what do you call it? My God, man, the fucking stepchild or something. Takes it in. Yeah, the orphan. And on the other side, you got Uncle Owen, who's the fucking guy you probably see on Maury talking about it ain't his, and then at the end of the day, he's fucking stuck with it.
When it comes to 1-year-old Isaiah, Amir, you are not the father.
I agree with Doc. I think Bail did a piss poor job of trying to protect Leia. I mean, yeah, sure, you can hide somebody in plain sight, but when you're trying to hide them from fucking Darth Vader, from the fucking Sith Empire, you don't make somebody the face of a movement. You don't put somebody in politics. You don't do that. It's like, listen, man, at the end of the day, the fucking galaxy found out that Darth Vader was her father, and even after everything, they sort of turned on her, right? On the other side, Uncle Owen, Grumpy Owen, who, was a bit of a dick, but I think he actually did a way better job protecting Luke. So I gotta say, man, doing right by their kid or adoptive kid, or, I would have to go with Owen,
Wow.
But this is who's moreover, and I personally think I could be wrong, but I personally think that Jimmy Smits, he could play fucking a Stormtrooper's boot.
Yeah, but it's not Jimmy Smits who's moreover. We're talking about the character Bail Organa, so we have to separate the two.
But yeah, I know. But if this was Uncle Owen versus Stormtrooper's boot played by Jimmy Smits, the boot will get fucking over, man.
So what's your answer? Is it Owen or is it Bail?
Man, I'm gonna go with fucking Bail, man.
Okay.
Wow. Last minute heel turn. Love it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick Bail Organa, and this is why. I hate to break the news to you guys, but hiding out Princess Leia in plain sight was the smartest thing that he can do, because everyone thought it was his daughter, even Vader. Vader didn't feel her in the Force because he didn't know she existed, and no one knew Vader was Anakin Skywalker. So having Vader out there as a threat, whether or not she's hidden, locked up in her room or in the public, Vader's still a threat no matter what. He can get to her no matter what. But no one knew it was Anakin. So that's that. Also, if you're going to have a leader, someone you can trust and depend on, that's not going to turn sides and join the Empire, and you could trust them with your deepest secrets for the rebellion, who's more trustworthy than your own kids? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't tell it to Vince McMahon.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean?
Shane O'Mac bought WCW right underneath his fucking nose.
Dude, that's a work. That wasn't real.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you such a mark.
You're fired.
So, anyhow, there's that. Who else is he gonna trust? Somebody he doesn't know, or his own kid? And he made his kid a leader. You know how hard it is to have a kid be a leader when they're a princess and not one of these influencers or debutantes or whatever. Now, Uncle Owen, on the other hand, he wasn't protecting, in my opinion, Luke Skywalker from, turning like his father, because he didn't know his father was Vader. No one knew Anakin. He thought Anakin was dead. He was afraid because he heard what happened, that he joined the dark side, and that Obi-Wan took care of him and roasted his ass. And ironically, he died being roasted as well, which is kind of funny in one retrospect. But let's look at it like this. He was protecting the universe from Luke Skywalker. Because if he went rogue and went dark and went to the dark side, God only knows what could happen. Because the Force was strong with him and he knew it. Because obviously him being the son of Anakin, the chosen one. So he did a pretty good job. Now, the only problem is he didn't change his name. Doc has a point. But But to play devil's advocate, there wasn't any other Skywalker around. Smee was dead. Leia was gone. Maybe he didn't know Leia existed, or maybe he did. No one knows that aspect of the story. And her name was Organa, not Skywalker. So if there's one Skywalker running around, who's there to say anything about it? Because there's nobody else in the galaxy to worry about.
True.
Now, granted, the fact that he didn't change his name kind of works to the story's benefit, because lo and behold, last week when or 2 shows ago when I said that Disney Plus came out and I saw Empire, in the 20-minute mark, 21-minute mark, Vader says, "That's the Rebel base on Hoth, and I know Skywalkers are there." How does he know his name is Skywalker? When initially, he finds out it's Skywalker through the Emperor, the hologram. And he says, "Search your feelings. You know it to be true," when he says he's the offspring of Skywalker. So if that's the case, how did he know he was Skywalker in the first 20 minutes? What did Marvel do? What did Disney do? Boba Fett found out it was Skywalker because he was trying to find out who the pilot was that blew up the Death Star. And Boba Fett found out the name on TaTOYine in a comic book to fix that plot hole. And guess what? He obviously found out the name because they didn't change his name to begin with. Because Lucas was booking on the fly. He didn't have this thing planned out to begin with from episode 5 to 4 to 9 to 1. As long as he's going to say it was a 9-parter just to get his shit in and get over, he was booking on the fly. So things are obviously going to have plot holes in it. But Disney's obviously fixing certain ones. We have a big one in Rogue One. That shaft going into the reactor. There's a reason for it. It was an inside job, just like that video with the stormtroopers talking at the bar. You know what I'm saying? That fan film. But anyway, so for that, Bail Organa's over. Bail Organa's over.
That would have been great if you dropped the ball on that one.
The only Owen that's over for me is Owen Hart. So there you go.
May he rest in peace.
Indeed.
So, anyhow. So there you go, folks. That was Who's More Over. Now, Spiro, you were telling me that some news came out about some kind of challenge for Jedis. What was that?
What's it called again? The Jedi Temple Challenge, is it, or something?
I don't know. I'm asking you, man.
I fucking shared it.
That was your story. I'm giving you the ball. You're dropping it.
Oh, man. That's what I do best, man, you know? Yeah, man. It's called the Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge. Now, when I first saw the fucking headlines, I got excited because, you know why? I before even reading the article, I fucking started making shit up in my head, you know? It's what I do, man. I was thinking about
the movie.
Yeah, I was thinking like, yo, man, I could see them getting a bunch of badass people from all the walks of life, athletes, fighters. Well, same shit, but athletes, I don't know, fucking whoever, man, everyday people,
CrossFit guys.
Yeah, CrossFit guys, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna make these guys go through some challenges, probably have some fucking bullshit like saber duels even somewhere in there, but it's sort of gonna be like the American Ninja Warrior, but the Star Wars version. And before I got to read the article, a bunch of people started telling me, "Oh, it's gonna be a fucking kid show. There's gonna be like those kid shows that you see on Nickelodeon." And I'm like,
even better, let them fight to the death.
Yeah, fucking youngling motherfuckers. But anyways, man. So at first I got excited, then I got a little disappointed. But I don't know. I guess it's something else that my kid can enjoy, you know?
Sounds like life in general. Excited, then disappointed.
Much, yeah.
Listen, guys, breaking news. This just in from comicbook.com. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's just hoopla. But episode 7 of The Mandalorian is going to feature an exclusive sneak peek at the rise of Skywalker. Ooh.
How the fuck?
Huh?
You know, another little trailer, teaser, whatever bullshit. Of a 2 second fucking job.
Well,
Good. Whatever.
it
At
could-
that point, I don't want to see shit. I just want to go in cold. Fuck it. I'm doing it live.
And also, what was I gonna say now? Well, it could be like a 30-second clip like they had with the. So they fly now. So they
With the
fly
jetpack,
now.
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
That people still got upset about over. I still don't understand why.
They're
Anyway,
mad
it's
about.
just-
Oh man.
They gotta complain about fucking everything. That's life.
So yeah, man.
That's life. Sorry.
No, so that's about it, man. You know, man. I mean, you know, that's how exciting and how interesting this fucking news is. That nobody here cares really. None of us. You know.
Listen, if they do the show right and it's cute and it's fun, then
What does
whatever.
Han say? What does Han say? I care.
We already have Baby Yoda to be cute, man. You know.
Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda. When are we gonna have a TaTOYine about Baby Yoda? TaTOYine,
Guess what?
TaTOYine.
Was that a segue?
Prepare to receive cargo.
Kenner's Slave One comes with frozen Han Solo.
Is Han Solo completely frozen stormtrooper? Yes, Boba Fett.
Action figures each sold separately.
Place him in the prisoner retention unit.
Slave One has a rear loading ramp,
Prepare for takeoff. Check.
movable cannons, and gravity-operated wings that trigger lock.
On to Jabba.
Slave One with frozen Han Solo from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
TaTOYine.
What about this?
Spiro, you're not in on this. Come on.
Hold up.
TaTOYine.
I'm
What,
off
what
of
you say?
my game, guys. What about doing a Who's Moreover? The Baby Yoda coming out in June, or the Baby Yoda that's on the black market that looks like a fucking chimpanzee grew
Oh my
fucking
God,
ears
dude.
out and shit.
Horrible, dude.
Anyways,
if you guys
Stevie
don't
Wonder
know,
came up with that toy. He must have
you
designed
guys,
that toy.
you guys don't know, on
Or Helen
Etsy,
Keller.
there's about, I don't know, I heard 3,000 listings for Baby Yoda right now, where people are
On Etsy?
jumping on the Baby Yoda bandwagon, where
You have
they're
an Etsy
making
account?
me. No, I'm good.
hideous, man.
I'm good.
Sucio.
And somebody made a Baby Yoda that literally looks like the aborted fetal products of the Baby Yoda, who had sex with a fucking orangutan.
Yes.
Wow. It's
Yo,
like,
actually, go on. I was
it's
gonna
like
say
we
something.
got these monkey heads over here. What are we gonna do with them? Fuck it, make a Baby Yoda.
Ben Hamin,
Brutal.
friend of the show, my conspiracy horseman brother, he got heavily into 3D printing, right? He bought a few 3D printers. He always prints stuff out, good stuff, right? He found some guy on Instagram who does 3D printing, and what this guy did is he made a Baby Yoda in the case, in the little egg-shaped thing,
Yep.
as ornaments for the tree, right?
Yep.
And then he upped his game where he put a magnet underneath it, and he put like a base with a magnet on it so it floats. Like how
Oh
they go
shit.
I was like, yo, that's genius, dude. Genius.
Yep. That's gonna make some dough right there.
Yeah.
$1 bill, y'all.
That's funny
You know-
because I sent Ben this guy on Instagram. He's a custom 3D artist on the whatever, the iPad or the computer, and he makes files to make 3D prints of.
Oh,
And
maybe
he
this
made
is the guy.
I think it's a different dude, because I sent it to Ben and he made a Vince Russo head. So I sent the head over to fucking Ben, and Ben's like, "Yo, you gotta give me the file." I'm like, "You gotta talk to the guy. I don't know how much he wants for it."
Oh, that's funny.
Because the guy makes the files and sells the files.
Uncle Vince. Very nice.
And on that note, TaTOYine.
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 That was potentially the worst
TaTOYine.
segue we've ever had into Tatooine or the
TaTOYine.
Yeah, painting beast balls.
Let your soul glow. All right, so I gave you guys a little preview of Tatooine earlier this week when we did the Mando show. Let me reach over and grab it, boys.
When it comes crashing down and it burns inside.
Enjoy this music while we segue into Tatooine. So we've got not one, not two, but 3 Mandalorian products to review today. Pretty exactly, the count. Pretty exciting. So number one, let's chat about the Funko Pop. There it goes, right there, of the main character.
Is that Mandalorian in the original armor or the best cop?
Mandalorian in the first 15 minutes of the show. Exactly. It's fantastic. Brutal. Actually, more time than a lot of Star Wars characters that got a figure actually has. So this is the Funko Pop. All the Star Wars Funko Pops are actually bobbleheads, which I'm not a big fan of. Most of the other ones, like I'm looking at I have some Fortnite ones over, some Marvel ones over there. Marvel's over here. The Marvels are bobbleheads too, but for the rest of pretty much the rest of them are not bobbleheads. I don't know why they made them bobbleheads. It's really fucking annoying. But anyway, that's the Mando from the first episode. He does not have any of the Beskar armor that he acquired during the first episode. His pauldron, which was the first piece, is still the original pauldron. And I hope you guys noticed this week that I was correct when I talked about last episode, where the Mando, the only piece that he's missing is that right hip piece that he has, that right thigh piece. Did you guys notice it this episode?
No.
No.
And crystal clear as he's walking all over the place. You can see that that's the old armor. So anyway, Mando's there. He's got his, what's that thing? The Force Pike. What's it called? His gun? I don't remember. Anyway, the pulse rifle. There you go. Under the helmet is a spring. It's because it's a bobblehead. There's no Pedro Pascal underneath there. It's a little bit weathered, which is nice. It's your typical bobblehead from the Funko Pop line. I don't do a lot of Funko Pops. I just do the kind of the cool ones, the ones that tickle my fancy. I try to collect all the ones that are doctors and Funko Pop. So I have those in my office because, I'm a fucking mark for myself.
Someone has to be.
And I just started actually picking up the Knights of Ren Funko Pops. I got 2 of them already. One is the Long Axe and one is the War Club. One Hot Topic exclusive.
They're not named, right?
Yeah, they're not named. One Hot Topic exclusive and one of the Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty exclusive. So I got to pick up the other 5 of them when they pop out. Number 2 is our friend the Mandalorian. Exactly. There he goes right there. Let me bring my light in so you fellas can see. There he goes, the star of the show. Our buddy, the Mandalorian. So
the
this
first
is
15 minutes, right?
First 15 minutes of the show. Again, he has the pauldron. That's the old one. Which is such a gimmick. It pisses me off. It's such a gimmick. This is actually a pretty hot figure right now. It's very difficult to find them on the shelves. If you do, you're probably searching eBay, and it's probably 50% more, if not more than that, than what you normally would pay for the Star Wars Black Series, which is usually $19.99. He comes with the pulse rifle, as we saw before. He also comes with his little pistol that goes on his hip. The hip,
blaster.
He has a blaster. He has a holster that you can holster it in. He's got the cape. He's got the strap across his chest, the bandolier. He's got his pauldrons. He got his armor. He's got the whole 9 yards that we saw in the first 15 minutes of The Mandalorian. The one big knock on this one, I didn't open this one because I'm just not opening my Black Series. One of my friends did. Shout out to my boy Leo, and he says that as well as
Leo
other people,
gets anything you need. Leo gets.
Leo gets the head is a little bit loose and kind of shakes around as you move the figure, which is not a really good thing. So that means that the ball joint neck should have been a little bit thicker inside there. That's what you said. It's just rolling it all around inside there. So hopefully they'll fix them in the new iteration of it, because as I'm 99.99% sure, we'll see a Mandalorian with the single Beskar pauldron, and then we'll see a Mandalorian with the new armor, and then we'll see one of they're going to milk this for all it's worth. So the Mando is a hot one. If you see him, I recommend you picking him up. I was in Best Buy like about a month ago. I saw 2 of them. I should have grabbed them then and there because that was before everything kind of hit. But he's the hot one.
Oh, wait a minute. So you're telling me that there is merchandise from The Mandalorian and that Disney is making money off of the toys of The Mandalorian.
But it's not Baby Yoda.
But it's not Baby Yoda. Because the point is just that they didn't know that Baby Yoda was going to blow up like hotcakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, for sure. And they couldn't have packed it into this, because if they pack it into this, then people are going to lose the surprise. So
exactly, that's why it's over, because it's freaking they got over on us because it was a surprise. Like the Chinese janitor when he comes out the closet, he yells out "Supplies!"
Ancient joke. On the back of this one, it says The Mandalorian. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask. and his past is wrapped in mystery. The Mandalorian is a battle-worn, tight-lipped, a formidable bounty hunter in an increasingly dangerous galaxy. So
I
that
got
is
a
our
question
boy.
about that box. What's that number there? The 94.
At 94. So initially when they were doing the Black Series, none of them were numbered, and then at some point they started to number the Black Series. So this is
Really?
94 in the series of the Black Series.
So there's 94 Black Series figures.
There's more than that prior to this. When they moved to the new box, they started labeling them. That was with The Force Awakens. So Rey, I think, was number one. Shockingly enough. Oh my God. Sound the alarm for toxic masculinity. She was number one for The Force Awakens, and then it continued on from there. I think the first set was Rey and Kylo and Finn.
Wait. So in a matter of 5 films and 1 TV show, they've dropped 94 figures?
They've dropped more. Now they're up to 102, but you also have to take into account that we have these, and I'm going to show you the side of this box. So you see this says D2 on there, right? So this is deluxe version 2. Deluxe version 1, I believe, was General Grievous this year. And this is the heavy infantry Mandalorian. We'll talk about that. But if you look at guys,
Nice.
Give me a second. Hold on. Don't move. So if you look at,
I'll take the rapist for 100, Alex. It's therapist.
So if you look at guys like IG-11, which we did a couple weeks ago, who was an exclusive to Best Buy, which would probably been an exclusive to Toys R Us because when they were around. Yep. So if you look at his side of his box, he's got nothing. It's completely blank. It has no number because the exclusives don't have any number. So there are a shit ton of exclusives. You got all the GameStop exclusives. You got the Target exclusives. You got the Walgreens exclusives, like that Obi-Wan. I'm gonna hand you when I see you in 2 weeks. They have no numbers. So there's probably at least 30 or more figures that are exclusive that don't have numbers. So the Black Series is well into the 200s when it comes to the line between the.
You have
the
all 200 figures?
I am not missing one Black Series figure. I have them all.
I don't.
Jesus.
Are you gonna put them all up in like a case?
So they're all in their boxes because I really appreciate what the boxes look like, and I wanted to keep them in the boxes. I have some loose.
Boy.
Love that box, of course. I have a nice sleek box. I have some of them loose. I have the kind of like the cooler ones that I like. I'll buy doubles of.
Sandwich box edition.
Exactly. They're just a little difficult to display in the boxes because you only stack them so high before they fall on top of your head. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. A lot of people have them in bookshelves where they're lined up, one to whatever, and they have the exclusives separated, which looks pretty cool. But then you can't see the front of the boxes. So exactly. So speaking of exclusives, this is the Best Buy exclusive. Again, Best Buy comes through with not one, with 2 Mandalorian exclusives. This and the IG-11. I also haven't seen that ATST anywhere else but Best Buy, so that may be a Best Buy exclusive as well. Toys R Us leaves, and all these other companies fill the void. Like Walgreens, like Target, like Best Buy. Yeah, they don't come back one's in Jersey, one's in Texas. It's gonna be like that fucking Spirit Halloween store that shows up and then disappears. I don't think it's gonna be anything fantastic. Stay open? I don't think so. I think it's a holiday gimmick. Sorry, it's a holiday gimmick. So here he goes, the Mandalorian, heavy armor, heavy infantry. This is our buddy Johnny Fab, who was voicing this guy. Pretty sweet deal. His armor's, the blue. He's kind of weathered. He's got the jetpack that actually connects to his Gatling gun that he had in the show. So that's actually coming to the bottom and connecting it. And somewhere in there, I think he's got some flame effects as well that go to the back of the jetpack. Listen, you put Mando stuff out, I'm in. It's over. I'm buying it. No problem. I'm probably buying 2. This was, I think it was $39.99. It was double the price of the Black Series because they're super. It could have been $29.99, but I think it was $39.99. I didn't care what it was. I bought it. On the back of this one, as we saw earlier, heavy infantry Mandalorian, brawny warrior, encased in the strongest Beskar armor. The mysterious heavy armor Mandalorian is part of a secretive enclave of his people. A born survivor, he guards a precious armory and helps to keep the flames of the Mandalorian heritage flickering in the time of galactic chaos. So maybe that explains why he was so hot against our Mandalorian when it came to the that scene in the episode. because he's the one who's protecting the coven and protecting the armory.
Yeah, well, he's probably pissed because he's, like you said, he's rubbing elbows with the Empire, and the Empire is the ones who did the purge and took them all out.
Yep, and took their Beskar.
Yeah.
So, makes sense to me. Now that makes more sense when you read, like, that 2-minute clip on the back of this box. So, this one's a great one. I mean, I love it. It's fantastic. I'm probably going to buy a second one just to open him up because he looks so cool. He's over for me. Big time.
Very nice.
You got to love a Jesse Ventura Gatling gun.
Oh, dude, I popped huge when I saw that thing. First thing I thought of, I ain't got time to bleed.
Yep. Our boy. The governor.
The governor. And hopefully, if he ran for president, I would vote for him. But anyhow, that's for the story for another time. Well, there you go. Another fine edition of TaTOYine, Doc. My friend, 200 Black Series figures strong. You, sir, are the real champion, the professional of the city's black. Yalla. Good job. Good job. God bless you.
Thanks,
God bless baby Jesus. God bless the city's black. Thank you.
I can see him saying that too. It's great.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we said it before, we said it again. There wasn't much news that popped up this week. So there you have it. Thank you for joining us on another exciting edition of the New Force Order podcast. We thank you for your time and your ears. We thank you for becoming part of the family and loving this galaxy far, far away. Smarten up the marks. Let them know where they can find you guys at.
You can find me on Instagram, Spiro_A. Also, Darth_Spiridon for Star Wars specific content. On Twitter, Handsome Reaper. My email is handsomereaper@gmail.com.
You can find me at Dr._Destroyo, DESTRROYO. Facebook, Alex Arroyo. Twitter, Alex Arroyo MD.
You can find me at Greek God Papadon on Twitter, Greek God Papadon on Instagram, Demetrius Papadon on Facebook. You can find my YouTube channel, Greek God Papadon, where I have matches and promos. You can find my t-shirts, Greek God Papadon t-shirts at Pro Wrestling Tees /Greek God Papadon. Tomorrow you can find me at 6:15 on twitch.tv /Conspiracy Horseman. It is the Conspiracy Horseman podcast with myself, Ben Hamin, Big Sal Graziano, and Stevie Richards, 4 pro wrestlers talking about conspiracy theories, free thought, and questioning the narrative. You can also find the 3 of us at NFO_podcast on Twitter, New Force Order on Instagram, official New Force Order on Facebook. www.newforceorder.com is the website, and our email is newforceorder@yahoo.com. Now you can send us emails like the person did today about topics like the Mandalorian, segments, whether it's Who's More Over or a toy you want Doc to review. He has them all. So you just tell him what he wants to review. He'll find it in his vault of goodies. Or you just want to give us some love and some hate. Bring it. Don't sing it. We want to hear it from you guys. We want this to be more interactive, and we want you guys to enjoy listening to the New Force Order, because our mission here is to continue getting Star Wars more over and not to get over on Star Wars. So thank you once again for joining us. This has been an exciting edition of the New Force Order.
For life.
And that's just too sweet.
Henceforth, execute Order NFO.
I'm sitting in the crib dreaming about Learjets and coops, the way Salt shoots and how to sell records like Snoop. I'm interrupted by a doorbell, 3:52. Who the hell is this? I gets up quick, cocks my shit, stop the dogs from barking, then proceed to walking. It's a face that I seen before. My nigga Sing, he used to sling on the 16th floor. Check it, I look deeper, I see blood up on his sneakers, and his fist grip the chrome 4/5. So I dip, nigga, is you creeping or speaking? He tells me C-Rock just got hit up at the beacon. I opens up the door pitiful. Is he in critical? Retaliation for this one won't be minimal, cause I'm a criminal. Way before the rap shit, bust the gat shit. Puff won't even know what happened if it's done smoothly. Silencers on the Uzi, stash in the hoopty. My alibi, any cutie, with a booty that done fuck Big Pop. Head spinning, reminiscing about my man C-Rock. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the midst. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the midst, bitch. Filling clips, he explained our situation precisely, so we know exactly what we facing. Some kid named Jason in the Honda station, wagon was bragging about how much loot and crack he's stacking. Rock had a grip, so they formed up a clique, the small crew. Round the time I was locked up with you, true indeed. But you nigga, let me proceed. Don't fill them clips too high, give them bullets room to breathe. Damn, what was I? Yeah, went out of town, blew the fuck up. D-Rock went home and Jay got stuck the fuck up. Hit him twice, caught him right for the Persian wife. Pistol whipped his kids and taped up his wife. He figured Rock set him up, no question. Wet him up, no less than 50 shots in his direction. How many shots, man, nigga? I see mad holes. What kind of gats? Hitchling cocks and calicos. But fuck that, I know where all them niggas rest at. In the building hustling, and they don't be strapped. Supreme and Black is downstairs, the engine running. Find a bag to put the guns in and come on if you're coming. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the midst, bitch. Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. Somebody got to die. Let the gunshots blow. Somebody got to die. Nobody got to know that I killed your ass in the midst, bitch. Exchange hugs and pounds before the throwdown. How it's gonna go down? The ladies niggas low down. Slow down, fuck all that planning shit. Run up in their cribs and make them cats abandon shit. See, niggas like you do 10-year bids. Miss the nigga they want and murder innocent kids. Not I. One nigga's in my eyes, that's Jason. Ain't no slugs gonna be wasted. Revenge I'm tasting at the tip of my lips. I can't wait to feel my clip in his hips. Pass the chocolate, touch. Sing ain't lie, there's Jason with his back to me, talking to his faculty. I start to get a funny feeling. I put the mask on in case this nigga starts squealing. Scream his name out, squeeze 6, nothing shorter. Nigga turn around holding his daughter. Oh my God.